It's another episode of Welcome to Texas podcast. Thank you for all the new subscribers, all the day ones, the likes, comments, and feedback. Thank you so much. It's greatly, genuinely appreciated. Just wanted to see what's going on out there, YouTube world. Had some pretty good thunderstorms last night, so it's still kind of gloomy, but at least it ain't humid. It's kind of cool little breeze outside right now. Waiting for the World Series to kick off tonight. I got my money on the Dodgers, so I decided to jump on her real quick before I go do what I gotta go do, and just how could I say, try to relieve some of this trauma that I've been living through, and hopefully I can get over it. Facing your fears, I guess, is part of it. So, just, oh shit. Kind of cold out here, man. You ever go get me a sweater? Oh, you bet, man. Thank you for that like, man. Appreciate it. That 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 one like helps out, man, for the mental health. Especially when you're going through it, man. Of trauma, PTSD, night sweats, tremors, hallucinations, paranoia, depression, trust issues. All this that people suffer at the hands of people that dox them, cyberbully them, defame their character. It's especially when the person's already suffering from mental health. Right. I can't understand why I wake up in the middle of the night covered in sweat. Sometimes I can't even go to sleep. Right, just thinking. Right, the paranoia, the depression, the emotional distress, man. The extreme. Extreme. Extreme, man. So, it takes a psychiatrist. You shouldn't be, if you want to express and how can you say, vlog or use YouTube as a platform to express yourself, vent, you should be allowed to do that, man, without being defamed, cyberbullied, doxxed. We all understand that, people are going to have their own opinions. You're going to be scrutinized. That's understandable, right? Anybody can deal with that. Anybody, right? Even people that have mental health issues, right? We can, sometimes it might take us a little bit longer to figure it out. But, even then we'll understand that people's formulated opinion based off facts and actions that are real can be scrutinized, right? That's understandable. But what's not understandable is that when you get doxxed, cyberbullied, defamed of your character, it plays a major role on your mental health, man. Right? And what are people going to do? Oh, get offline? Well, why should I get offline, or anybody else that's being suffered or being doxxed or cyberbullying for speaking the truth about certain characters? Right? Somebody, I guess, a sympathizer or a booty bandit avenger left a comment on one of my channels or one of my videos, right? Calling me a snitch, right? And I replied back to his comment. I'm like, what kingpin did I snitch on? Right? What leader did I snitch on? What boss did I snitch on? What even young gun or an up-and-comer did I snitch on? Who did I snitch on? All right? Who? Right? Because the terminology and the lingo for a snitch only applies to the streets. All right? Who did I snitch on? What criminal? Right? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Right? Uh, do I have my flaws? Yes. Right? Have I defamed my own character? Yes. I have a criminal record. Right? I've damaged my own character at times. But that doesn't mean that in 2025 I'm a bad person. Right? I attend Little League games. Hopefully next year, once I, clean my background, right? Because I don't have that bad of a background. I just clean it up and expunge everything, and hopefully I can, participate in Little League, right? Not as a head coach, but just somebody in there that wants to participate and be involved in this kid's life, right? Which is kind of awkward, man. Now I have a little guy calling me grandpa. All right, it's awkward, man. All right, it's a tripped out feeling. Being called grandpa, right? And it doesn't even he's only 2 years old where he can't even pronounce grandpa, but he says grandpa. You understand what we understand what I understand what he's calling me, right? So it's an enjoyment, man, being a father and being a grandfather, man. It's a blessing, man. All right, being called from one side of the room, you get a dad, and on the other side of the room, you hear a grandpa. Man, and I'm only since '81. All right. It feels good, man. You know what I mean? And it, hearing just those words from your loved one, man, it kind of helps out the mental health, man. It kind of helps out to where you get uplifted and you want to come express yourself on your platform, on your channel, man. Right? That there is some good side to all the negativity that you go through. I understand, man, that people dislike me for one reason or another, and I lose no sleep over it, man. What bothers me is the defamation of the false statements, the false narrative, the false scenarios, just like anybody else, man. Either with or without mental health, right? Nobody likes to be lied upon, right? Nobody, man. The paranoia. How do you say cyberbullying and doxing, defamation of my character, has affected me personally? Well, I'm gonna tell you how emotionally it has affected me, right? Emotionally, it has affected me to where, I was, I've never really trusted anybody. Now, I've always had paranoia issues, right? So, borderline paranoia, schizophrenic, or depression, and right? Whatever you want to call it, man. Bipolar, whatever, right? It's all the same shit, right? Mental health is mental health, man. Some people are able to overcome it on a daily basis. Some don't, right? I've been in those situations at a young age, and you can say most recently when I got, when I met the perpetrator, right? The victimizer, the apex predator, right? Yes, it's sad to say, man, that at 40-something years old, I get on social media to become someone's victim, right? Something that never happened to me living on the dangerous streets of North Dallas, right? Not once did I become a victim to my environment. But as a law-abiding citizen, jumping on social media with my name, I became a victim of doxing, cyberbullying, defamation of character. So you can say somebody that suffers already from mental health, how that would have played on somebody as myself right there. And as you can see, I can't even do it live, man. Right? Without people trying to dox my address. So it's like trauma, man. Right? It's trauma. Right? It's trauma. It's like you want to come and YouTube specifically wants you to feel safe and be yourself on their platform. But apparently, with these type of characters, all they're doing is causing more hurt than anything, man. Right? With their doxing, their defamation, cyberbullying. So you ask yourself, man, what have you suffered at the hands of these characters? Well, I've already told you what I suffer from, man, right? It's documented, right? So if I already suffer from it, it just bumps it up to a severity level, right? More and more, if I was borderline, now I'm more like major, right? Major depression, major schizophrenic, major anxiety, right? Right now, as I speak, man, I feel like I'm committing a crime, right? My palms are sweating. My guts are bubbling. But that's all the effects of PTSD, man. Trauma, right? Cyberbullying, right? Ain't no different, man. What a kid or an adult goes through in bullying in a physical, in the same school, same working environment. Those effects of being bullied in person are almost the similar effects of being bullied on cyberbullying, man. It has the same effects on the mind, right? So just how bullying affects your co-workers, students, cyberbullying has the same effect, man, right? You leave the victim asking themselves, why? Why? Right? What did I do? Right? What wrong did I do? Right? And then you go back and you ask yourself, man, well, there's nothing I could have done except align myself and become a degenerate. Right? That's the only thing I could have done different, right? Turn a blind eye, sweep it under the rug, forget my morals and beliefs and what I stand for is right. Offer a few bucks. Right? That's the only thing I could have done differently, right? To avoid all the doxing, to avoid all the cyberbullying, to avoid the defamation of my character, to avoid the safety of myself, but also of my loved ones that lived with me, right? Or the ones that come and visit me, like when my grandkid comes and visit me, right? So they have to pay. Their safety is put on the line for what? I'm like, well, what did I? Well, you know, just like every other victim, you know, every other victim that's a victim of a crime, they ask themselves, what could I have done different? What did I do? You know, what did I do? right? I'm gonna put it to you, the female scenario. Man, you know, it's the victim guilt. Maybe I was wearing something I shouldn't have. Maybe I was provocative, right? So the trauma from that, they stop dressing provocative, right? They start wearing more non-provocative clothing, right? Because they start blaming themselves, right? So the victim of a crime, it's like cyberbullying, man, right? You don't want to get on your platform and express who you are because you're going to be afraid of somebody doxing you, man. Somebody cyberbullying you, right? And the thing about it is that you're not saying nothing outrageous about anybody, man. You're speaking about a guy named Mark Moore, right? A self-proclaimed, self-admitted male rapist. Right? How come he hasn't gone and sued Jonathan Schwartz? Right? How come? That's the $1 million question you gotta ask. Right? If me and Mark have been both defamed of our characters, right? Both of us, right? Because shit, Jonathan Schwartz called him a serial rapist, a manipulator, a groomer, a pimp, extorter. The worst of the worst. I can say that Mr. Dante Lamar Bell called me the same accusations, right? Same name calling, right? But I've decided to take legal actions. Right. So you got to ask yourself, everybody that supports Mark Moore and aligns himself and comments on his videos and rocks with them, why don't you go sue everybody, right? But you got to start first where it came from, Jonathan Schwartz, right? It don't take much to sue, man. It don't take too much to sue, right? It don't take too much, man. You file your own motions, have them served, file your complaint, pay the fee. It's not that much, man. Like I said, you can't put a value on your character. Nah, man, who cares about hips punching? Who cares about disciplinary reports, man? Right? That proves nothing, right? That proves that Hips just punched him and caught out, right? Hips got tired of that lifestyle, right? He didn't want to be in part. He didn't want to be no more. So Hips, like he told everybody else. So by Mark showing that paper report, that case, all it's going to prove is that Hips caught out, right? That Hips caught out. So everything that I've been telling y'all from the beginning, that Hips caught out, punched him, it's barely, Mark barely wants to spill the beans. Like, come on, man. I done told y'all this a long time ago, right? Come on, Hips, you know, we all know Hips didn't knock Mark out, but did he punch him out, make a catch-out move? Yes, we all, anybody that's been in prison has seen catch-out moves, right? Everybody has seen some type or another way of somebody catching out the block. For a reason or another, gambling debts, scared, one reason or another. Right? By him showing any kind of documentation that Hips punched him in the face just solidifies that everything that Hips said is true. But we can go back again and say, oh man, everybody else is lying except Mark. Mark's the only one holding everybody else accountable. Right? So any kind of documentation that Mark provides is just going to go against him, man. Right? It defeats the purpose, right, of trying to, I don't know how people think, man, right? People, I don't even gotta watch it, man. Just from a few comments from what you're telling me, man, I can dissect it real quick, man. Right? And so it's, if I can dissect it, somebody that's a fucking mental health patient with a fucking 6th grade education can see through it I wonder what an educated person can see through it, man. Right? Somebody that can really see through the bullshit, is educated to see through the bullshit, and can see what legal laws can be applied to when they can see bullshit. Right. So by him providing documents of solidifying and validating Hip's story that he punched him and caught out, and that's why Hips was in lockup at the time of the filming of the documentary. Well, it all makes sense, right? It all makes sense. It all makes sense, man. Like, I don't get it. And by him, was that going to prove to me? I just see it like, hey, it just solidified whatever Hips was saying. But once again, man, Hips, he was a victim. He was held down by 6 dudes. So, you know, victims, it's our fault, man. It's our fault, right? It's our fault. Every time you're a victim of something, like I've said it, man, the victim, you know, questions themselves, man. Well, what damn, should I walk down that back alley? Should I get in that car? You know, but then you ask yourself, man, I just ordered an Uber, right? I didn't expect the Uber to take advantage of me seeing him seeing me intoxicated, right? So, either way, man, bullying, cyberbullying, it has and it plays its role in mental health, right? You know, there's times that I have to be nightless sleeps, right, man? Because the paranoia kicks in. All right, I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, man. So the anxiety of all this, of people doxing me and telling me they know where I live at, where my family lives at, having pictures of my kid on their channels, all this stuff plays an effect on my mental health, right? So somebody that's a schizophrenic, you know, it's relentless nights, man, right? Relentless nights of drinking coffee, of looking out the window, and just, you know, sitting in the dark with his own thoughts, right? Looking at the cameras, just paranoid, right? Severe, extreme. And now, how do you say all this mental health affects my physical health, right? My physical, right? That I'm just telling you about my mental health so far, right? And I know I left some few stuff out, but let's talk about the physical health, right? The effects of mental health, right? I can't eat right? I can't sleep. So my weight goes up and down. My digestive system is out of whack. My autoimmune system, right? I do have an autoimmune condition, right? That the number one thing that doctors tell you is stress. Stress, right? Not too long ago, I had a breakout of shingles, right? I'm 40 something years old, man, right? I shouldn't be having breakouts of shingles, right? But I'm not a doctor, right? But according to my doctor, shingles is, you know, brought on through stress, man. And yes, it's brought on through your autoimmune disease, yes, right? Your condition, right? But stress plays a lot into your physical health, right? So have I been affected? Well, yes, man. I'm trying to get my life together, and it seems with all this emotional distress, it's hard for me to get my life together, man. Emotionally, man. I thought I was on the path to success, but this character Dante Lamar Bell has really did a number on me. All right. And let's go back to the mental health, man. All right. There was times that I would join their lives and you could see my anger, right? My anger, right? Cussing, hollering, right? The anger, right? It paints the picture of a madman, right? You look at all my defensive videos of me calling it, joining their panels, right? Joining their panels, right? And every time, what was the reaction of this madman that suffered from mental health? Hollering B's and assholes and F-bombs and woo, 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 woo. Okay, so all that anger has to get released out, right? It has to go somewhere, man. And 9 out of 10 times with me, man, I tend to release that upon myself, right? I'm not a coward that, takes it out on my loved ones. Right? I would come out here, punch a tree, you know the works, man. Somebody that suffers from mental health, it doesn't hurt him punching his head through the wall or punching his own head, or it doesn't, right? Because you're a mental patient, man, right? You want to feel some other kind of pain other than the emotional pain you're going through. And what causes people, right? If I'm a self-harmer, the next level is to go through it, right? To go through it, right? Which, at one point or another, I'm pretty sure some of us know one or maybe two that've done it, right? My anxiety, man. The night sweats, man, right? The feeling of if I'm doing a crime, man. But I'm like, why do I have to feel like this at the hands of these characters, right? Why, right? And it's having somebody to live for, man, and having loved ones that hearing the simple dad, grandpa, man, it takes you, for a time being at that dark cloud, man. But once that goes gone, man, you're back into your own thoughts, man, and you're like, man, once again, you start victim blaming yourself, right? Man, what did I do wrong? Could I did something different? I don't think I could have, man. Right? I don't think I could have done anything different, other than become a degenerate. The writer says I already need 6, man. Yeah, I talked to a psychiatrist, man. All right. I'm supposed to be taking fucking I don't like taking the medication, man, right? I take it every now and then to when I really just out and out, man. Right? I really don't like taking it, man, but I do take it. Right? I don't like taking it, right? Because it's just it gives me more nightmares, man. All right. It's a tripped out feeling, man. These medications be giving me nightmares, man. All right, so and it's Anybody that's taking psych medication, man, they know what kind of nightmares, it's real life they seem so real, man. Right? That you wake up at times crying, man. Or you wake up at times crying. My wife has had to shake me up, man. Right? Because she's like, man, you're crying and hollering. Right? And I'm like, what do you mean crying and hollering? She's like, yeah, you're just crying. All right. And sure enough, I look at the fucking pillow and it's all wet. Like, what the fuck, right? She's not gonna lie to me, right? She's not gonna just. She's not just gonna tell me just to tell me, right? But she also understands, man, that I have nobody really body to talk to, man, right? I've isolated, man. That's for good reasons and purposes, right? So I guess this social media is my way of socializing, man, right? I don't like small talk. This is just my way of socializing with the world, man, right? And I can't stop people from doxing me, defaming my character, cyberbullying me, to stop my only venue of you know, not socializing, man, right? Because I don't socialize with nobody in physical form or in person. I don't go to nobody's house. Nobody comes over to mine. You know, no. I don't have no, right? Because I'm just awkward, right? I'm just awkward, man. Even though I get invited and shit, I still don't. I don't go, man. You know, I got the spotlight syndrome, man. Right? If you don't know what the spotlight syndrome is, you know, go check it out. Right? Every time I go into a room, anywhere, I feel like people are just talking about me off the top, man. Right? I feel like I'm the spotlight's on me, even through it's far from me, man. Right? The older I get, the older I started getting, man, half of these motherfuckers not even paying attention to. They could care less, right? It's just all in my head, right? It's my paranoia. Right? So I use this social media, I guess, like a tool for my mental health, man, to try to vent. Right now I got tunnel vision, man. So right now, you know, I don't talk about prison. I don't talk about gangs. I mean, I'm interested in them, but I just don't, like, it defeats its purpose. I'm no longer part of that life no more, man. I'm no longer in that life or to try to, you know, speak about it, man. And if you look at the majority of the people on YouTube, man, that are in that so-called prison genre, there's not too many of them that you can say are reformed and like really doing their thing, man. There is a few of them, but for the most part, the ones that are most known, man, they're just, you know, bamboozling people, man. Right, living off of the people, being somebody they're not. So I don't get it, man. You know, to me, so this YouTube shit is like, you know, just like a pastime, man, like a hobby, or like what I want to do with it is just, I don't know, man. I don't know what I want to do with this, right? But it wants to be more on what I like doing, man, what I like enjoying, right? Sports, hobbies, right? Shit. I mean, shit that the average person likes, man. Not the fucking criminal. I don't want to be part of a criminal, or, I mean, I don't mind talking about it, but I don't glorify it or idolize it, or, you know. But at the end of the day, I understand that people have past, man. And I know a lot of people have past that are doing something in life, man, positive. There's a lot of things like on for sports cards, man, there's this thing called breakers, man. All right, because the average person can't go spend $100 or $200 on the box of cards, right? They have enough just to buy a spot. And if you, it's easy numbers, man. Because look, if you spend $1,000, and you charge each team, and there's 32 teams at 50 to 75 bucks a pop. At 100 you're too greedy, just depending on the cards and how many boxes you're opening, right? At 30, if you, so some of these dudes be making their money back, man. They be making 100 plus, they make, and then they get to rip, and then they get to open up packs for free, man. So it's almost like the hustle game, man. You just got to figure it out, man. I got tunnel vision, man. Right now I want to get this shit out of, I want to get over it, man. Right? I want to get on with my life, man. Right? Like I said, Mark Moore, I speak my formulated opinion on him. I'm not his victim. I'm Dante Lamar Bell's victim. I'm his victim. Right? I'm his victim. So once I get justice from the perpetrator that victimized me, then I can probably get some kind of closure, man. All right. Then I can get some closure, and then I can probably move on with my life, man. All right. But just like how I have a lot of the deleted videos, that just proves that other people have those deleted videos as well. Even through the initiator, Dante Lamar Bell, put it out there and then deleted the video. It spread like wildfire, man. Right? Because if I have deleted videos, how many other people have the deleted videos? Right? So the damage is done, right? So he can say, hey, man, I deleted the video. Right? But just like I have proof of deleted videos, how many other people have proof of deleted videos? So those people, it's going to be like a whack-a-mole for me, right? He turned one video, he spread it off to 10. So now those 10 people spread it off to 100. Because 10 times 10, that's 100, man. So now 100 times 10, that's 1,000. Now every time it just keeps on multiplying by 10, man. All right? Why? Because there was 9 people, including himself, on that panel. So a total of 10 people. All right? So if you go based off 10 people, and then they each go tell 10 people, so it spreads like wildfire, man. It's whack-a-mole. All right? You'll lose money trying to catch everybody, man. But as long as you can prove the person that initiated it and started it, that there were neglect, malice in their intent, that's where, right? They can argue, oh man, we deleted the video. Yeah, the harm's been done, man. Right? The harm's been done. The harm's been done by the person that started it with the intentions of doing that. Doing that exact thing, right? Because he knows the tactics of social media, of cyberbullying and doxing, all the violations that, all the guidelines, all the community guidelines that YouTube wants you to adhere, he violated them all, man. Or at least majority of them, right? And the most, the defamation and the doxing, and I can't prove the doxing, right? It's going to be hard for me to prove the doxing, right? The doxing, that's kind of hard, right? I mean, what I got screenshots from screen names, that's not going to prove nothing, right? But everything else I can prove, man. Right? Everything else. The doxing, I can't, it's hard. I'm pretty sure it can be done. It can be done, man. If if I give them, the videos, and I'm pretty, but it'll cost me too much money for people to backtrack it and chase the IP to where it was from, and it'll almost be like a real 8mm, right? Like snuff video, right? Paying a private investigator to find where it was, to prove just the doxing, right? But I already have them on the defamation, on the cyberbullying, and that's sufficient, man. Right? It's like, it's almost like a criminal conviction. Sometimes you can't get them. The cops can't always get them on what they want, so they just, hey, we can't get them on this, remember, we can get them on all this over here. So let's just go with this. So that's what they do, man. That's what I decided to do. I'm not gonna argue the doxing, right? So I know. Talking to the attorney, what kind of argument points they're gonna have, but as long as you have a counterclaim for those arguments and show them with proof, not just, he spread it to this. No, man, look, here's a panel of them going about it, and just imagine this other guy holding another panel of 10, and then that person holding another panel of 10, and it just spreads like wildfire, man. Right? If he didn't feel he was doing nothing wrong, it shouldn't get dismissed, man. Right? Dismissed, it gets, right? Dismissed means I'm at fault for one reason, that the false statements are true. Right? That's what I told you. Have to find Sabrina. Right? In order for the case to get dismissed, the statements of defamation have to be true. Right? That's the only way the case is going to get dismissed. Right? Yes, the case can get dismissed only if the statements are true. Happy Friday, V. Yes, right? The possibilities, they're there. Not everything's for certain, right? But the only way the case gets dismissed, the content will be the same. My content will be the same, man. Right? My content will be the same. I'm not gonna stop, right? Because I don't speak defamation of no one's character, right? Just because I get the verdict and I win, right? Because like I said, in order for you to get that case dismissed, the defamation statement has to be truth, right? So if you get Sabrina, 9 out of 10, guaranteed dismissal, man, right? Because the statement, the defamation, the statement is actual facts. So yes, the case can get dismissed, right? On those grounds. On those grounds. So me speaking on my character every day, right? Like I said, I'm tired of doing defensive videos, man, right? Of defending my character, right? My videos that I do on a daily or periodically basis is to vent for my mental health of cyberbullying, doxing. I don't use my platform to defame. Right. I don't make videos defaming, doxing, breaking any kind of civil or legal laws, right? Or criminal laws, right? I follow the rules. Okay? Hey, who's more matter? Who's more of a matter man? You for listening to a madman over here, or me? Right? Like I said, I use this platform to vent. Right? I don't use this for panels to hold conversations. Uh, I use this for venting. Right? Venting. Right? Speak my mind. And I surely don't use it to defame anybody's character, image, or name. Right? Now, as being a citizen of this beautiful country, I'm protected by the first. Right? Freedom of speech. Right? So, am I supposed to be silenced at the hands of people that cyberbully me and dox me and defame my character? Am I supposed to be silenced and be denied my rights by trolls? Is that how this is supposed to play out? Why did I start with them? Because they started doxing me. That's why. Right? That's why. That's why. Right? Just like everybody else, man. Everybody else that's a subscriber of YouTube, they come across any kind of content, they can formulate their own opinion. Right? So I formulated my own opinion based off of Mark's story. And I found victims. Right? And I guess the manager, Mr. Dante Lamar Bell, started with damage control. All right? They started doxing me, slandering me, using other people's criminal sexual convictions, registered sex offenders, to try to portray them as me. All right? So yes, I will continue, since he is a public figure. I am a public figure, but there is laws, right? And those laws are called defamation of character, right? Cyberbullying. Because why you're asking me, why did I start the Mark saga? Because just like everybody else, man, that got intrigued. I felt he was lying. And as a like I said it before, man, I had a family member that went through those circumstances. So I could see the effects that prison or juvenile male rape has on persons' psychology, man, right? How it affects them and their loved ones, right? So yes, I've been affected, right? So once I see Mark Moore coming on YouTube saying that documentary was scripted and lie, I felt that he was lying to me, right? My gut instinct. Right? My gut instinct told me he was lying. And instead of defaming his character or slandering and making my own videos talking out my ass, I found the actual victims. I found Charles Allen Hipps. I found Brad Lucas, Frank Lucas, people that have substance and value to the true story of what Mark Moore was doing. Right? I didn't just go off and start defaming his character. Right? Do you want to see some of the messages that Charles Allen Hipps sent me when my first conversation and interaction with him? Right. Oh, well, it doesn't matter, man. So just because you make videos defaming my character and you deleted it and it spread like wildfire, that's what RICO tier or RICO charges, right? The boss expects everybody else to do the dirty work, right? So what he did, he uploaded it to his platform, deleted it. All his followers and minions ran with it, did the dirty work for him, right? So in a way, it looks like, oh no, he's not talking about you, but in the background, he's manipulating the whole situation, right? So just because you don't talk about me doesn't mean, hey, you can talk about me all you want, right? As long as it's facts. I never said stop talking about me. So just why did they stop talking about me, right? If we're both content public figures, we should be able to go back and forth, right? Scrutinize each other, right? This is America, a freedom of speech, right? As long as I don't break any kind of civil or criminal laws, everybody that is a public figure is open up to scrutiny, good or bad, right? And so if a public figure is using his platform to defame his character and dox people and use it for racism behavior, why wouldn't I use my platform to combat and scrutinize all that negativity? Why? So it's just to turn a blind eye on it? So turn a blind eye on it, right? On all the corruption, on all they're trying to normalize the deviancy of a rapist, right? Man, don't worry about it, right? No, right? Just like they use their platforms for defamation, racism, promoting sexual deviancy that goes against God, right? Any kind of God you believe in, it goes against that religion, right? So what I speak about it is to use my platform to combat that, right? And I suggest, if you feel like scrutinizing me, you're more than welcome, man. Right? More than welcome. All I ask is to keep it 100, right? We've already went through that, man, right? I posted a $2,500 cash bond, right? I was arrested in 2022 for an incident, right? I posted a $2,500 bond. When I went to court, the first court hearing, I got time served, right? So if that makes you feel like Mark Moore is superior, regardless, with all my flaws, I'm still better a person of what Mark Moore is, right? Because I don't need people to try to hold me accountable for my past, right? My past is my past. I've learned from my mistakes. Has it made me a better person? Yes, right? So you can sit there and abuse. Oh, nah, man, right? Because once again, I got full custody of a son and daughter, man, right? Full custody. Full custody. And anybody knows that when you go through these processes, you got to see if you're fit, man, right? Any kind of abuse to any kind of child, you're the last person to get any kind of custody of kids, man. So if any kind of picture that you're trying to paint, it's not there, man, right? Because I can explain myself to the truth, right? Because like, you know, like everybody says, there's three sides to the story, right? Mine, theirs, and the truth, right? I can face the truth, right? You don't know the story. You can paint the narrative, fine and dandy, don't bother me, right? Because once again, as long as you speak about the truth, you can scrutinize me all you want, right? All you want, man. All the scrutinizing as a public figure should be accepted, good or bad, right? You can't run. That's the thing, man. That once you become a public figure and you consider yourself a content creator that has a mansion and you live in a shitbox home, you couldn't even pay child support for your own oldest child you have. You couldn't even post a $2,700 bond. That's the definition of a fucking deadbeat dad, right? That's a deadbeat dad, right? I don't need to speak on any charges, right? My criminal record is public knowledge, right? It's public information, man, right? You can go read the police reports. You can read the transcript. You can read how much time I got, right? Everything is public knowledge. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Right? Right? I don't have any sexual deviant charges. Right? That's what you're trying to say. Right? I do not have no sexual deviant charges. Right? No sexual deviant charges. Right? Whatsoever. Right? You go just like you pulled my police report and said I stole some baseball cards from Walmart. Go pull up any kind of sexual deviant, right? And go see the victim. Go read the police report. Since you were able to pull up the 2022 theft of property, and you were able to say, oh, what it was for, so that means you read the documents. Why don't you read the documents? Right? Right? Yes, my wife is Maria Gomez, man. Right? It's on the documents. Right? She's going to be the witness. Yes. 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 Maria Gomez, right? She's going to be the witness, right? Yes. Yes. Right? She's going to be the witness. Right? She is going to be the witness. Right? Yes. Yes, that is my common law marriage wife. Right? Yes. 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 What else you want to know? What else you want to know? What else? Right? You're Dante, bro, because you're the only one that has any kind of butthurt feelings, right? You're the only one that lives in the shitbox of a home and thinks highly of yourself, man. You live in a facade and a make-believe, and that's why I called you the what I remember called Charlotte's Web, right? I called you Charlotte's Web, right? Driving drunk. I don't remember that, man. I don't got no DWI, right? I don't got no DWIs. Not for no driving no drunk. Right? 2016 now, man. The last one is from 2011, 2022, 2000 and maybe 15. But that's about it, man. Right? Your wife has it in 2000. My wife has nothing in 2016, man. But if you feel like you got the right Maria Gomez, then see, you come out here trying to fish for stuff, man. Right? You got Maria Gomez because you got my phone number when I called you, right? So, Plus is on the document. So, you have the wrong one, right? Continue your search, man. Maybe you'll find something that'll help you beat your case to get that case dismissed, right? Because regardless, man, like I said it before, I, myself, Noel Martinez, has defamed my own character by my own actions. But at the end of the day, it still does not give Dante Lamar Bell to defame my character off some serious accusations, allegations, without truth to it, right? That's the thing, man, that even through I've defamed my own character by having a criminal record, it doesn't give you the right to defame my character, right? So that doesn't give you a right. Or just to say, oh, this guy's got the criminal record and we're going to defame his name more than it is with false. Right. Once again, you're wrong. But go do your homework, man. Evading, good luck, right? Good luck. Paint your picture, man, right? Yes. Am I a man with the past? Most definitely. But where am I in life at? Man, trying to recover from mental health, trying to recover from physical health, uh, trying to become a contributing member of society. Right? Have I been held accountable for my actions? Yes. Right? Yes. Right? My convictions? Have I paid them? Yes. Right? So that doesn't give anybody on social media a right to defame my character more than what I have damaged it myself. Right? I can hold myself accountable, man. Right? I can say, hey, I'm not proud of my criminal record. Right? I've damaged, I've tarnished myself, man. I've already put an X on my back. Right? I've put an X on my back by my own doing. Right? But at the same time, I'm trying to redeem myself, man. Right? I'm trying to be a better father, a better grandfather. Right? Was I a piece of shit at one point or another in life? Yes. Right? You can, based off my criminal record, you can make your own formulated opinion. Right? But now it doesn't bother me, right? Because I'm better in life. I'm trying to overcome my mental health condition. Yes. Right? So right. Once again, a no bill is a legal document clearing anybody of any wrongdoing. Right? There's no, once again, man, if you were a lawyer misinterpreting a legal document, it would be considered malpractice. But since we're considered private and public figures, it's considered defamation of character, right? Because I need to hold. I've been explaining to you, regardless on whoever brought that the first time anybody questioning me about my criminal record was Dante Lamar Bell, right? And criminal records is public knowledge, right? It's public knowledge, right? A no bill, it is what it is. It explains itself, right? But that wasn't sufficient for Mr. Dante Lamar Bell. He went off painting different scenarios, finding Francisco Martinez a convicted sexual register offender and portraying him as me, right? On his platform, on other platforms, and trying to convince his large following of 150,000 followers that I was his actual figure that went by the name of Francisco Martinez, right? Right. So that's what we're gonna go base it off, right? Right. That's what we're gonna go base it off, man. People, that's the thing, man. We have rights, man. Right? It's like you think if a dope fiend, homeless person gets murdered on the street, that investigator's not gonna do his due diligence and bring justice to that victim. Just because the victim was a homeless man, a dope fiend, he doesn't deserve justice. And let's too not to say that dope fiend, the homeless, could have probably a record worse, 10 times worse than me. And they will still be seeking justice. Because that's the law. Right? That's the law. That's the way we live in this beautiful country called America, man, where we have rights. Right? We have rights. You said, well, bring me my victims. Bring them to me. Bring me names. Right? Bring me names. Bring me names of my victims. Right? If you say I have victims, bring me names. Right? Bring me statements. Bring me transcripts who said, hey, I'm a victim. Right? Right? Of some sexual deviant. Right? The most, I have a domestic violence with my first baby mama, man. All right. Go read the paperwork, and then you come tell me what it says. All right. Here, a simple terroristic threat can get you locked up, man. All right. Telling her, man, bitch, shut up, I'm gonna fuck you up. Right? Telling anybody that you're gonna cause any kind of bodily harm is considered a terroristic threat, man. you get arrested for that charge, right? It doesn't take much in Texas in a domestic violence to get anybody arrested, right? That's why ask a lot of criminals here in Texas, man, right? OG Percy just did a video. That guy said he got like 4 or 5 domestic violences, man, right? And he talks about that shit proudly, right? He was smacking his bitch around, woo, 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 right? In Texas, I am not the only, there's a lot more people, man. You have to know the laws. Once again, man, if you feel that I abused my family, I would never have got custody of my kids, man, right? Nowhere in my record says I'm a danger to elders, child. My record does show that, hey, you know, if I am in a toxic relationship with, like, just like anybody else, man, anybody that's in a toxic relationship and you mix drugs and alcohol into a toxic relationship, man, that's the recipe for disaster, man. What's going to be the end of it? What's going to be? Well, domestic violence, man, 9 out of 10 times, right? That's what happens in toxic relationships, man. Right? I can prove custody. Look, man, I got court documents, right, from the state of Texas that granted me custody of my daughter and son, which I will be showing in court, right? Everything to paint my character. Yes, I've damaged my character. Yes, I understand that, man. Believe me. But at the same time, I've done everything I can to redeem myself. I'm not show us. Why am I gonna show y'all for, man? Right? For what? For y'all can get the name of my first baby mama and be bothering her? No. Right? No. No. Right? No. All right. The names of my kids are going to be wiped with the white marker and just going to show my name, right? Of what it is, right? I don't have to show anybody on social media, man. I made the mistake of, exposing myself to identity theft, putting my ID out there, right? I succumb myself to the vulnerability, right? The trauma of succumbing to identity theft, right? And then I asked myself, man, who the fuck wants to have my identity, right? I'd be kind of the last one they want, right? So Brad Lucas is still in. No, y'all don't worry about Brad Lucas, man. If y'all so worried about Brad Lucas, why don't y'all go find him? Right? But y'all don't want to find him, right? Because y'all want to normalize the deviancy of one sexual predator, right? Y'all want to normalize the deviancy of one sexual deviant, right? Because if y'all wanted the truth, man, y'all could have already had Brad Lucas. But y'all don't. Right? Y'all don't want the truth. So when the truth comes, it's going to come whenever it comes, man. Right? Whenever it comes. Right? Whenever it comes, man. Just like now, man, you hear that dude coming out saying, hey, I got OJ on record. He did it. It'll come out, man. In time, it will come out. So we don't have to worry about Brad Lucas. I'm not even worried about Brad Lucas, man. I'm worried about Sabrina. I'm worried about Sabrina showing up to the court, man, and getting my case dismissed. All right? I'm worried about her showing up to court. Getting on me what? How is he going to get on me? With what? With what hasn't he done already? Answer me. What hasn't he done? What more emotional distress is he going to cause me that he hasn't already caused? Right? What is he going to do more? Right? I don't care if you speak about facts. It doesn't bother me, man. Right? It doesn't bother me. Right? Because at the end of the day, I know the truth. Right? You can even you can even succumb so low as to get the body cam footage. Right? Get the body cam footage. Right? And you will see the truth. Right? You will see the truth. Right? On who was taken for responsibility. Right? Who was taken for responsibility, right? Do your best, right? If that's what you think, that showing the body cam footage is gonna be some kind of like get me to shut up or make me feel some type of bad, man, it's just gonna make me look. You just do it, right? Do it, right? And I can explain to you, right? But once you do it, I'm gonna explain to you, man, right? The scenario, right? Then you're gonna realize, right? So, anything that you think that you can try to do to try to get on me, what is it, man? What is it? All right? What is it? That you're gonna go get the body cam footage and show the true story of my arrest and why it got dismissed, right? And who was taking all the blame, right? Who was taking all the blame, right? Even through we'll cross that bridge when we get there, man, right? So if you feel that you have any kind of upper hand, anything that, like I said, man, I don't get mad about the truth, man. All right. No, I have an answer for what's the truth, man. Right? But what I don't have answers is for lies. So I've never entertained lies, man. It sucks that I have an answer for the truth, right? It sucks, man. I'd hate myself too, man, right? But see, that's what happens when you can hold yourself accountable and you know the truth, right? The truth doesn't bother me, man. The truth, right? The truth doesn't bother me, man, right? So, if anything that you feel like you can go and try to make me feel like any more worse than what you've already had, good luck, man, right? I don't think you can do any more damage than what you've already done, right? I'm already at the max of severity, right? Right. Okay, but if you feel that he lives better than me, then you need to go move in with him, man. Maybe you can help his income up, right? Maybe y'all can be roommates and maybe find some decor, some proper decor, right? It ain't much, man. You know, you go to a big box chain and get you, man. I think even nowadays they got these surplus stores, man, where they have furniture, man. You might be able to find you some blinds at a discount price and just pop them puppies up there, man. All right. Man. If you want to know my house, man, all you got to do is Google it, man. All right. They go watch all the troll channels that dox me, and they have channels out there. It ain't much, man. All right. It ain't much, man. All right. But I think all his properties that he has are probably equivalent to mine, man. All right. Properties over there are worth 10,000, 20,000. Well, that's good, man. That's good. I'm good for him, man. Right? If he has, that's good. That's good. Right? Whatever he can muster up and copy and Photoshop and make himself believe. Hey, that's his fantasy, man. That's his world, boss. I mean, that's his world, boss. You know, whatever he wants to portray himself as. When you have to explain yourself and show portfolio, come on, man. All right. What they say, a hit dog will holler. Ain't that what they said? A hit dog will holler. All right. A hit dog will holler. And apparently you over here hollering. Right? Trying to justify and try to get a reaction. But like how you said, I got an answer for everything. Only the truth. The truth will set you free, man. I do have an answer for everything that is truth, right? Who shouldn't? Who shouldn't have all the answers when it's the truth? It's the easiest fucking part, all right? But you're not used to the truth, man. You're used to living in this make-believe Charlotte's Web. So, I'm a hater, right? I'm a hater because he defames people, supports. So, how is he helping reinstate in society by supporting a known rapist, right? How is that helping society, man? That just tells me you do that because you want to be patted on your back, right? Hey, look what I'm doing. But don't pay attention to all the other negativity shit that I'm doing. Look what over here, man. Give me some brownie points for this. Get out of here, man. Right? Educating what? The doxing on how to weaponize YouTube's platform to go against people that speak the truth and have every answer. Is that what people get mad? Is that why? Is that why that he gets scrutinized for saying comments about who cares what the black man did to the white man in prison, right? Now, since you're defending Dante Lamar Bell so much, explain that a little bit more. What did he mean by that? Was he educating people by being racist and hatred? Explain that a little bit more, man. Since you're here defending him and have every answer for him, what was he meaning by that? Was he educating people on racism? When he made that famous quote on who cares what the black man did to the white man in prison? Who cares? Right. No, I want him to respond. All on truth. He don't have to, right? He don't. Hey, as long as he's a public figure, he's going to be scrutinized either by me, Peter, Paul, Susie, Larry, or Curly, or Mo. Right? All the crazy madmans, right? The three stooges, add me in for, I'll be the fucking four stooges, right? So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, once you become a public figure, if you don't talk about me, you think I care if you talk? Well, you done said everything you could, right? You done said everything you could, right? But now it's holding you in court, right? Everything he said got him in court. So why would he continue? Right? Oh yeah, he stopped talking about you. Right? After the damage has been done. Right? After he spread it out like wildfire. I don't know who loves him, right? Only people that are I don't know, man. Right? Blind. Right? Humbled. Gullible. I don't know, man. Right? I don't know. Right? But once you really know who he is, I don't see how you can like him, man. Right? I don't see, right? I don't see how you can like somebody that spreads hatred and racism and division, trying to normalize the deviancy of one man, right? Trying to bring it into the culture of anybody's culture. Why he could be over there in Texas. He's over here worrying about what the black man did to the white man. Who cares? Can you explain? All right. Since since you know him a lot more, man. Cause what happened? The cat got your tongue or what? You're saying he was educating people, man. So speak up on the education, brother. Right? What gospel was he spreading? The gospel of hate, division, defamation, predatory behavior, cyberbullying. What education was he spreading since you're so highly educated? Right? And want to defend him, right? Why don't you defend him on them quotes? What about the defamation of character is a mother? So answer this, man. Since you know everything about Dante, why take the precaution on the deceased? Right? And worried about being defamed, right? You do know that the deceased really don't have a character no more, man. Right? So there's really nothing to be damaged. Right? But it paints a picture of him being knowledgeable of the legal matter, right? Of defaming someone's character, right? And he should have taken the same precautions crossed his T's and dotted his I's and tilted his little purple hat and did his due diligence on the living. But he chose to neglect, right? To be negligent, right? He decided, right? Because it's not like he didn't know better, right? Once you got somebody on video acting and knowledgeable of what a defamation character, they knowing, right? So it's neglect, right? It paints a pure picture of neglect, right? I'm gonna let it go when I get my justice, man. Right? When I get my justice, and even then, once I get my justice, it's gonna be up to me, man. Right? Because once again, I can scrutinize any public figure I decide. Anybody that's a public figure is open for scrutinizing. Right? It's duck hunt, man. Open season. Everybody that is a public figure is open for scrutiny. I didn't make the laws. I just follow them. All right? I didn't make them. I just follow them, man. I just follow the laws, man. Yeah, I gotta get ready, man, cause World Series games coming on tonight. Gotta enjoy the game. Rip me some baseball cards. These ain't stolen, y'all. All right, these ain't stolen, man. I'm gonna open me up some baseball cards. These ain't stolen, man. All right, these ain't stolen. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm still continuing stealing baseball cards, man. All right, I bought these. Right, so I'm gonna be open me up some baseball cards that I bought that I didn't steal. Right, I didn't steal them, guys. Right, I know. I have it in my past, but these I bought, right? I'm gonna enjoy the game, get some dinner, and enjoy my Friday night, man. Right? This has been my venting video for my mental health. I do suffer from severity, schizophrenic, depression, paranoia, anxiety, man, you name it, man. Right? I don't know if I guess I might be bipolar. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Right? Because I can get emotional at the drop of a hat, right? Drop of a pen. So I don't know, man. But do I suffer? Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Right. So my videos are mostly venting and defensive videos of defending my character. I don't know any other kind of forum to combat social media, cyberbullying, defamation of character. I don't know, other than just to continue expressing myself venting, because for a mental health person that suffers from it, it's not good to be keeping these emotions bottled in. And that's what YouTube's for, man. It's to be yourself and to be able to express your formulated opinion based off true facts, right? And that's all I've done, right? I haven't slandered anybody. I haven't broken any kind of criminal or civil law, right? But believe me, that piece of shit would already done found any kind of way, right? And right now he's just he's waiting, but the reality is gonna set when we're in that courtroom, man. Right? Like I said, man, I've damaged my own character, but that doesn't define who I am, right? And that also doesn't give anybody else, either a public or a private figure, to slander, defame my name on the most serious sexual misconduct there is, right? I have no convictions, and as far as the proving the malice, where when you go to the extent of fighting Francisco Martinez's paperwork and try to pass it off as me, well then it just proves the intent, right, on the extremities of how far you were going, right, to put it my wife's name, right, right. And I just read your message that says fake Tango dropout. Nah, man, right? I went in there, I tried out, I made the team, and I walked out with my head up high, right? There's no thing as being a dropout, right? Nobody smashed me out. Nobody, just like I walked into that prison with my head upheld high, I walked out of that prison with my head upheld high, right? And not only did I leave that prison held high, I cut ties to any kind of criminal prison organization, right? In 2003, when I left prison, under the mandatory and the rules and the obligations, you're free, man. You're set to be your own man, right? So in 2003, when I left prison, I was no longer participating, no longer associating with any kind of criminal organization, right? I was my own man. So, you gotta use the vocabulary. I am not a dropout. I became my own man to where that's what we're entitled to, right? Not everybody has that. You know what I mean? A lot of people get smashed out before they go home. Right? I was able to, go in there, do what I had to go do, go home, right? And I'm not a, you can call me not a dropout. I mean, I would prefer to be called like a ex gang member, or like, ex. I'm cool with that. I'm not a dropout. I'm like a ex. I'm a lot of ex things, man. I'm an ex thief, ex alcoholic, ex drunk, ex dope fiend, ex a lot of things, man. Right? But does that give the right to anybody to go off and start slandering and defaming my image more than what I've done with the most serious and severe accusations? Right? And that's why I'm gonna still be here, man, and continue, man, just to be that thorn. Periodically, and to be honest, man, right now I'm keeping it respectful because we're in the court system. All right, I'm keeping it very respectful because we're in the court system. All right, very respectful, man. All right, I can play the same games you play. I can play them too. I can search and find people, right? I can find the same thing, man, right? Right. Like the so-called Mexicans that got deported, right? Did they really get deported off your street? Or did they just move? Ask yourself that. All right. The couple. All right. The couple with the 2 kids. All right. Did they really get deported by ICE or did they move? Those are questions. See, you think you're the only one that can be shady, man. Right? All right. You think that you're the only one that can search. Right? I done showed you my searching skills. And I ain't even started, man. All right? I haven't even started. You might think that I'm back here scheming. I'm living my life, man. All right? The only time I entertain you is my lives. That's the only time I entertain you, man. Once I end this life, I don't see you or remember you to the next time, right? But I still have to deal with your trauma, right? The effect, the PTSD, right? I still have to deal with that, right? Of your behavior, your dangerous, malice, negligent, traumatizing. Yes, I am your victim, right? And I'm at the stage of victim blaming myself. Like, what did I do wrong? And I don't I can't, you know, other than like I said earlier, become a degenerate and sell my soul for $300 to align myself with somebody that wanted a spin narrative. Yeah, you know. Other than that, nah, man. I'm gonna stick to doing me, man. Right? And like I said, man, you think you have searching skills? I haven't even begun, man. You might think I'm in the background scheming. No, man. I got my health condition. I got life. I got kids. I got grandkids, man. YouTube does not dictate my life, man. YouTube is my platform to vent, man. To be able to live my life, man. All right. I suffer from mental health, man. Somebody could have pissed me off on the road. Somebody could, you know, I could be having a bad day and I just need to get on here and be able to vent. All right. And let my emotions go respectfully. And as long as, like I said, man, as long as I don't break any kind of criminal or civil law, then everybody's free play, man. All right. People can sit there and be like, oh, man, no. All right, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Who knows, man? You know, when I come back, I'm trying to deal with my mental health. Every time I come on here, it's like more trauma because, you know, people want to come on here and you know, antagonize me and spread you know, try to get a reaction, man. But I don't go to their platforms. I don't even go over there, man. Right? They're more busy. They're more worried about what I'm doing. Right? They're more worried about what I'm doing. Right? Y'all don't worry about what I'm doing. The party ain't started with me, man. All right? Y'all continue and break y'all's head on how to defeat one man. Right? One handicapped psych patient. Right? It's like my superpower. Right? Hey, I don't fuck it. I might be the one that might be autistic. I don't know, man. Right? I gotta ask my doctor, man. Fuck. Let me find out. I go into one of these fucking portable telephones and I come out like Clark Kent. You know what I mean? Let me find out I got some fucking superpowers, like the Glass Man or something. Unbreakable. So, man, you know, there's a lot of things, man, that you see that I can be. If you think you can play dirty, I can play dirty as too, man. Right? But this time I'm not gonna say nothing. Well, just when it hits, it hits, man. You know what I mean? Just it's better the element of surprise, man. It's better for you to think that I'm over here scheming and plotting, calling people. So when you do call them, you look like the madman, right? So when you call people, hey, there's gonna be some Mexican calling you from Texas. Don't listen to him. Right? So when you busy doing all that around, right? Just do you, man. Right? Just do you, and I would do me. Right? I'm trying to recover. You know, I've been trying to recover, man. You know, from my mental health, man. But this social media cyberbullying and doxing and defamation of my character to the most extreme severity level there is, right? Sexual misconduct. You know, putting people to come harm me, man, based off these false accusations, right? It got to the point where he was pointing Francisco Martinez as a sexual convicted as me, you know? So, man, he was just putting a target on my back, right? Just not only emotional, but physical, right? He was literally putting a target on my back by putting all these accusations, putting my address out there, putting my wife's name out there. Like it's not that big of a deal, man. You were gonna know my wife's name at the court date, right? It's not that big of a deal. She's gonna be. You're gonna have to know the names of my witnesses, right? And I'm gonna have to know the names of your witnesses. So you bring all your witnesses along, so I can have their names and addresses, because all I know them as screen names, right? All I know them as screen names, right? And how do I know based off the screen names? Well, just based off the people that I have blocked, right? That's the thing about YouTube, right? YouTube shows you who have you blocked, what have you done, you know, what account, whatnot, right? It helps you paint a picture that you want. So you continue to break your head, and I will continue to live my life, right? If you think that I'm constantly worrying about Mark and you, no, man. I'm trying to overcome all this mental health, right? I'm trying to combat it, right? Every now and then, I periodically do what you call defensive videos, where I come on, I vent, and I talk about the situation that I've gone through at the hands of certain content creators, right? And if they choose to not talk about it, well, we all know the victimizers always stay silent, right? The victimizers always stay quiet, right? They don't want to talk about their crimes, right? Look at Mark Moore. That's what I told y'all. Mark Moore and Dante Lamar Bell are both apex predators, just in different environments, right? Victims are vocal, right? I'm speaking about my situation, being doxxed, cyberbullied, defamed of character by an apex predator, right? And people say, well, he's not talking about, why would he? He's the victimizer. Why would he dig his grave deeper, right? Why? It makes no sense, right? So just because he doesn't speak about me no more, I'm supposed to just stop scrutinizing him? No, it doesn't work in that way, man. It doesn't work that way, right? And especially when you make a mockery of the legal system, right? Just like you initiated the process of me being doxxed, cyberbullied by all your other smaller platforms, I initiated an illegal document and you made a mockery of it. Right? Made a mockery, complete mockery of the legal system. Right? And it's not just me here saying she said, no, you have it on video that you deleted, making a mockery out of it. So here am I, a psych mental patient, trying to go through the motions of, getting justice. But like I said, man, who am I, man, right? You got the smoking gun. You got the person that's gonna get your case dismissed. Well, then you're so confident. Then, hey, I wouldn't lose a night of sleep, man. Right? Not like how I do, man. I've had countless nights of torture, right? Paranoia, schizophrenic, right? Anxiety, depression, right? All for what? For trying to be the voice and bring awareness and prevention to horrific crimes that are still occurring. So I did this to myself to get myself involved for speaking up on what's good. So if you say that this is what I get for speaking up on the good, then fuck it, I'll take it. Right? I'll sacrifice for myself for the good of the better of the man. Right? Isn't that what God wants you to do? Right? Like myself, man, I've been crucified and sacrificed in my character, literally, right? And all for defending other people. So in a way, yes, I've been a sacrificial lamb, right? And as you can see from the comments, they stay quiet, right? Once I start dropping little hints, right? And they know what I'm talking about, right? But we'll get to it later on. Like I said, man, we'll get to that bridge when we get there, man. Right? Right now,